Hi, I'm Stephanie Hansen, and this is Stephanie's Dish, and we are making a strawberry bread with vanilla glaze today. So we're gonna start with the granulated sugar and put that in our mixer. We've got 3/4 of a cup. Then we're gonna add half a cup of 2% milk. Then we're gonna add 1/3 of a cup of canola oil. This is obviously like a quick bread type of situation. And applesauce, which is always so good in quick breads. I don't know if you use it, but you should. It's always gives it that little extra delicious hit. This happens to be applesauce I made in my Instant Pot. Now we are going to add our egg, and we are going to have the vanilla, and then all of our wet ingredients will be inside our mixer. Okay, so we have our vanilla, about a teaspoon, and we're going to go ahead and get her started mixing. We've got our strawberries that I've already cut. This is actually a whole pint, but you want about 2 cups. And I'm gonna just sprinkle a little bit of flour on them. By flouring your fruit before you put it in like a bread or a muffin, you ensure that it doesn't just right away sink to the bottom of the batter. Now I'm going to mix in our dry ingredients, which is our flour, plus a teaspoon of baking powder and a teaspoon of salt, and a half a teaspoon of baking soda. I have the baking powder and the baking soda together here, and our salt. All right, so just giving it one little hand stir to get all those dried ingredients mixed in. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our strawberries that we've coated with the flour. And then we're gonna put it in our bread pan. I'm gonna give it a quick spray with cooking spray. And you wanna fill your pans about 2/3 of the way full. That's how you know they don't overflow. I'm the queen of overflowing and not measuring pan sizes, because I like to cook in pans that I like, not necessarily in pans that are the right size. So about 2/3 of the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and do 2 and then come back and see what it looks like. And we're gonna have 3 little loaves that we're gonna cover with a super delicious little strawberry vanilla glaze. Yum. Make it so delicious. 350 degrees at 55 minutes would be for a large size bread pan. Because I'm doing the minis, I'm gonna check them at 35. And I'm gonna check them just like you would checking a cake with the toothpick inserted, clean, coming out. But we'll go ahead and we'll get these in the oven. Okay, so I'm real excited about these new freeze-dried strawberries. I'm excited about freeze-dried fruit in general. I think it's really fun to cook with. I'm gonna need about 2 tablespoons for this glaze. And it goes in here dry, and we just make it into a powder, and then we'll add it to our glaze. And so we'll get a beautiful pink color that'll be strawberry flavored without having the strawberry juices thin it out. Let's see. This is pretty powdery. We're gonna go ahead, it smells really good. It smells just like fresh strawberries from the garden. So we are making our glaze for our little breads, and we've got just some powdered sugar, right? Everybody likes a good powdered sugar situation. A little bit of lemon juice. Whenever you're cooking with powdered sugar, you need a little bit of an acid just to cut the sweet. A couple tablespoons of cream. I can always add more cream or more milk if I want to. And then I've got this strawberry powder that we made. All right. And we want a thick enough glaze that will stay on the bread and not just be so runny it falls off. But we also want to be able to like flick it back and forth with a fork. Okay, this is always, you have to just do a tiny bit. I'm going to use the cap because my tendency would just be to pour it in and then I'll have too much. All right, so let's see how that goes. A little bit thinner, but still, I think I want it just one more capful thin. How pretty is this though? I mean, this is gonna be a beautiful topping for our breads. What I probably should do is taste it and see if the strawberry flavor is coming through in the glaze. Oh boy, is it ever. This is amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and just set that aside. Holy cats, this is gonna be so good. I'm very excited about this recipe, you guys. Okay, it is time. We've got our glaze perfectly, the thickness that we want. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna load up a fork with glaze, and I'm just gonna go back and forth. You don't want it like frosted necessarily, you just want like a glaze. This thickness is perfect. These are looking so cute. The intensity of the dried strawberry is amazing. Having it on this parchment paper is just gonna allow us to just slide it off and have these be just beautiful. All right. These would be really delicious at, again, a brunch, a lady's shower, kid's birthday party. And we did the little mini loaves, but you could also do this in a larger size loaf pan.